if they fail to remove unauthorized billboards by the 2nd of June. Stay with 97.3 Citi FM for more on this and other stories on Eyewitness News. Later in business,
government rejects claims of selective treatment in restructuring of external debt.
Eyewitness News is live on our affiliates across the country and around the globe. You can hear us on citinewsroom.com. Talking about affiliates, if you're in the Western region and in Takoradi to be precise, you can hear us on Beach 105.5 FM and Sky 93.5 FM or in Takoradi. In the Bono region, you can hear us on Greener 95.9 FM in Sunyani. In the Ashanti region, Focus 94.3 FM and Orange 107.9 FM all in Kumasi. In the Volta region, you can hear us on Revival 99.3 FM. In the Northern region, you can hear us on Radio Bimbila 91.9 FM. In the Upper East region, Mike 105.3 FM in Navrongo. In the Upper West region, Tonson 97.3 FM in Wa and Jirakpa 96.1 FM. In the Hafo region, you can hear us on Hammers Radio 106.5 FM. You can also send us your messages on the WhatsApp number 0549 986 996 0549 986 996. Fafa's our first story.
Members of Parliament from the Minority Caucus are protesting at the headquarters of the Economic and Organised Crime Office, EOCO, to demand the release of Bernard Enchibuesiako, popularly known as Chairman Wuntumi. The Ashanti Regional Chairman of the ruling New Patriotic Party was arrested on Tuesday, May 27, following a summons by the Criminal Investigations Department of the Ghana Police Service. He is being investigated over alleged financial irregularities involving the Ghana Export-Import Bank, while EOCO has granted him bail. The conditions requiring two sureties to be justified have yet to be fully satisfied. In an interview with Citi News, the minority leader Alexander Apinyomakin criticized the bail conditions imposed by EOCO, describing them as excessive and unjustified.
You see, we can't do this to ourselves as a country. Sometimes you hear people saying, oh, it happened yesterday. So for how long must this continue to happen? We create a vicious cycle and we say we are practicing democracy. Look at what is happening to the Chief Justice. Look at what they did to Dr. Addison. Look at what they did to Kwabena Dubois, who was in charge of our security. They mistreated him. By the way, since when did the EOCO start creating this new condition for bail? Bring title document. And the sad part of it is that you will come here, they say, oh, the officer to do the inspection is not there. Go and bring valuation report. My dear, we need to send a strong message that as a country we must not tolerate this. You get power to govern. Some of the hawks in the NDC, I'm not a prophet, some of those hawks in the NDC, they are destroying President Mohammed's image, but they don't know. They will get to know by the 3rd year. I'm not a prophet. The man has only 4 years. Instead of you to help him to leave a legacy, you want President Mohammed's legacy to be what we are seeing? No problem. When you are given power, it's like an ice block. It starts melting from day one. In few days' time, we'll be entering June. Not so? I'm sure we are going to hit December soon. Didn't MPP win in 2016? Hasn't Akufo-Addo done his 8 years? Isn't the 8 years over? Hasn't there been a new government? So, after time, you can't block. Hasn't there been a new government? So, after time, you can't. Those moderators will not preach common sense to those hawks. And they will continue with these human rights abuses, all in the name of accountability. And by the way, we are never against accountability. If somebody has come into government and has left public office, obviously accountability is part of it, I agree. But do it in a manner defined by law. Why would you just decide to keep somebody just to show that you have power. I want to say something to my respected friend, Mr. Raymond Acha. He will not be executive director of EOCO forever. Someday, one day he will not be there. He should be mindful of how he is going about things. You will call them, they won't even respond. You try to engage them, they will say, oh, okay. The next moment they will be tossing you. We will continue to peacefully dialogue with them. I'm not saying that if Wontumi has done anything, don't take him through due process. No. Don't harass him. Don't persecute him. The man is sick. He's at their sick bay. They want him to die, then they mourn him. If Wontumi were to come from another region, if it were to be MPP that was in power, and a regional chairman of a certain region had been arrested, we would have heard what the NDC would say. You go somebody all the way from Ashanti region. He's walked here. He's driven himself here. Why this mistreatment? Is that what we call democracy? I am using this opportunity to appeal to President Mahama. It's my humble appeal to President Mahama to call those hawks to order. He should give them a new code of conduct, a new line, a new procedure, a new working code. That if you treat him humanely, it will not stop you from investigating. So, EOCO is saying that they are better than CID headquarters. Those in charge must be professional. What is happening to Wontumi can happen to me today, tomorrow. It can happen to my respected senior here, tomorrow. My mother here. Enough is enough. We are not just going to walk away. Oh. We are not just going to walk away. We'll be here. We'll be here.
You heard Minority Leader Alexander Penyumarking.
Let's go live to the premises of the EOCO, and my colleague Hansen Ajimai is there to give us the current situation as we speak. Hansen, good evening. Thank you very much for your time. What more can you tell us? Do we still have the minority MPs still at the premises of EOCO?
Well, Sammy, yes, they are here in front of the EOCO premises. Of course, it's night time, almost dinner time. Some of them have taken the opportunity to, clear their hunger a little bit with granuts. And so, I mean, it's a bit more peaceful, no more singing of songs. The minority leader, Alexander Penyumarking, his deputy, Patricia Piaget, and other members of the minority caucus are just standing in front of a barricade that has been placed about 5 meters away from the security post or the security entrance to the Economic and Organized Crime Office. I must say that apart from the minority members of Parliament, there are some concerned Ghanaians and concerned party members who've also gathered around the Economic and Organized Crime Office, most of them situated in front of the building that houses the Commission of Human Rights and Administrative Justice. As you are aware, the two offices are adjacent to each other. There's relative enough police enforcement here. Of course, the number of police personnel seems to have reduced because it looks like there's some form of understanding between members of the minority group and the security agencies. However, there are 2 FPU vehicles situated here, which essentially has blocked the road when you're from the Accra Technical University stretch heading towards the Economic Organized Crime Office, where you can take a right turn to the Supreme Court or a left turn to the Art Center. that place particularly has been blocked. And so if you would then want to go to any other place, you have to make a detour through the road which leads to the National Lotteries Authority and make your way to anywhere you're going to. But I can report that the minority MPs in federals of their resolve to protest and besiege at the frontage of the Economic and Organized Crime Office to ensure that Chairman Wuntumi is released, one, on his own recognizance, or the bail conditions are reduced to that level where they agree that it will not be excessive. They are still here making those demands at the Economic and Organized Crime Office.
Have they given you an indication for how long they intend to remain there?
Well, they've not given any indication as to when they tend to remain here. But of course, their point again has been that since they came, they've not had any official or EOCO engage them directly on their concerns and even seek to reach a middle ground solution for them. So when we pose the question on when next they will be living here, or when we should expect them to live here, they do not give us a response. I can see the second deputy minority whip, Jerry Ahmed Shaib. Is Ghana your supper? Jerry, I can see you're taking in Ghana. Is it your supper?
I'm breaking my fast.
You're breaking your fast. Do you have any indication when you are going to leave? Well, Jerry, who I was speaking to, and so I was trying as much as possible to find from Jerry what time they will be living here. But again, I've seen the Member of Parliament for Swami in a person of John Darko, who is legal counsel for the NPP minority in Parliament. Pinya, it's 5 p.m. What time are you going home to rest for sitting tomorrow?
We are taking instructions from our leader. So when our leader tells us to go home, we'll go home.
I mean, as a legal counsel for the minority, I think that this is a legal strategy you're giving them. Is this an advice you give to the caucus?
This is the decision of the leadership. This is not a legal decision. This is a leadership decision to picket here, to let the people of Ghana know exactly what is happening. We see this as an attempt to violate the right of Ghanaians. We want to make the Ghanaian first, and so this continuous detention violate its rights as a Ghanaian, and then we need to bring this to the attention of the people of the country.
I ask this question because in 500 meters radius, you have the High Court, and just behind the EOCO building, you have the Supreme Court, and somebody will think that you have issues with the bail conditions. Go to court, ask for variation. The court is there to listen to you on a more impartial platform. If you think that the EOCO platform has not been impartial to him.
Well, I mean, we are not mutually exclusive, are they? So the court option is still open, and I believe that his lawyers are preparing to take that route. But we as members of the opposition believe that it's very important that you draw attention to this violation of the right. Because you see, in the end, this case we're talking about has been here for more than 40 years away. And any well-meaning Ghanaian will be worried. Is that a president who we respect very well for his democratic credential will supervise and encourage this blatant violation of the right of another Ghanaian.
Do you want the president to interfere into the work of EOCO?
No. I mean, this is under the executive arm of the government. EOCO is under the executive. It's not an independent constitutional body, so to say. It's an executive arm of the, it's part of the executive arm. Whatever they do, it's in the name of the president.
But they act independent of directives from the president?
No, they don't act.
So you think that President Mahama instructed them to go for
EOCO is under the ministry, it might be under the Ministry of Interior. So it's obviously part of the executive. So the president can call them to order.
But there are certain levels of their activities which are immune from direction.
Like what?
Like their investigation. If they investigate, you think that Chairman Wontumi not...
I'm saying that this falls out of the executive. And he's the head of the executive. So everything done here is done in the name of the president. It's not like this is an independent constitutional body or this is part of the judiciary process, to understand. So this is the president takes ultimate responsibility for whatever activity.
Has anybody reached out to the minority office in here? Have you been able to speak to anybody in authority?
Not that I know.
I'm starting to wonder, and we know that this is nothing different from a protest, per se. Now we didn't see any notice given to the police, we didn't see any meetings with the police, we didn't see any direction on the route. All we say is that minority leader is an address in Parliament, and the next thing you are protesting. In pushing your right, you seem to be flouting the very rules of this country to come on.
I mean, so we have about 20 or 30 of us who work down here. 30 people when they are walking to a place we need to get the which inform the police. No, I don't think so.
Well, it doesn't matter with number. It is the act limits the protest.
We work here. There is about 20, 30 of us. We work here just to, as it were, bring to the people of Ghana what is happening here. I don't think that this is one of those protests that require notification to the police.
Well, I would say you ought to have known that the presence of withdrawn numbers as it has done. There's been a diversion of a major road like that.
I think that the police, I say that they are unable to handle this. I mean, this wasn't planned. Yeah, I mean, people are here, but they are not in the numbers that we have expected an NPP protest to be. So this is just a small group of people who are here to express their disapproval of the act of EOCO.
What next? What next?
Like I said, leadership will advance, but the employers will also take it up. Right now, I believe that the application for mandamus is open to employers, and they will do that.
You want them to produce mandamus for what? To compel them to release him?
Yes, of course. You have to go to court and execute the continuous defense of Shamaountumi, because it's gone beyond the 40 hours that is required.
Technically, haven't they met the threshold? Because he was not to before that 48 hours.
Hello, Hansen.
I mean, Europe cannot be blamed.
Hansen, can you hear me?
The tension is the word I use. Not in the pain.
Hello, Hansen. Unfortunately, Hansen cannot hear. We'll go back to Hansen Ajimine, who is currently at the premises of EOCO with minority members of parliament. They are protesting over the continued detention of Chairman Wontumi, who is the Ashanti Regional Chairman of the MPP. He's been there since Tuesday. The minority is unhappy with the continuous detention. Let's speak to another minority member of parliament, Kojo Oponkroma. He's a member of parliament for the Ofuase Yoruba constituency. We saw him on TV joining the minority leader and other members of parliament or the minorities that are walking from parliament to the EOCO office and then the end game of this. Kojo, good evening. Thank you very much for your time.
Good evening, Sammy.
The question many people ask, what's the end game?
Well, we want to engage with the officials of EOCO and draw their attention to the obvious abuse of power, which we are observing, and clearly get them to understand that there's a reason for which somebody may be denied bail. That is when it is thought that this person is perhaps a flight risk. That's when you want to hold the person in custody. First of all, if you have cause to doubt the availability of somebody, that is when you even do what they call an arrest or a restriction or a detention. If you don't have cause to do that, then you don't have to even do an arrest or a restriction or a detention. You can summon the person to court, you can charge the person. Secondly, even when you have done that, if this is somebody who you are clear in your mind you can find when you are looking for him, you grant him police inquiry bail. We know of several instances where police inquiry bail is granted to persons. Thirdly, this is a person who was already cooperating with the police CID on some investigations that they are doing and has been availing himself. He comes in on a daily basis and goes, and it's responding to the processes. So what is the basis of the assumption that this person is more or less a flight risk, or that we can't find him if we are looking for him? For which reason, after he had left the police CID, a number of pickups have to accost him midway and arrest him in a manner that some of the bystanders or eyewitnesses have described as including physical assault on him. I have seen videos of people who captured it on video and who were later forced by EOCO officials to delete those videos, and who in the videos that we have seen are saying that he was assaulted when he was arrested. I can send some of these videos to you. So what is it that you can't find about Bernard Enchiboisiako, for which reason we need all this drama? And now there's an obvious attempt to keep him locked up beyond 48 hours. Because the bail conditions that they have imposed on him and the processes that they are using, even when somebody shows up with, property, the person who is supposedly, going to validate the property is not available, let's wait tomorrow. It is obvious that they want to keep him in custody for more than 48 hours. It is plain. Everybody understands what's going on.
Sorry to cut him, but
what we want to do, just to land, what we want to do is to engage the EOCO top officials and draw their attention to the fact that you don't need this. You want him, you can always find him. He was always available to police CID. So you don't need this. Grant him the police inquiry bail. He will show up when you need him to answer questions. You don't need to go through all of this drama. But all of this drama is just an exercise to show that we have the power and we'll show you where power lies. That's all that's going on.
But if you feel the bail conditions are too much, as you said, you can just go to court. The court will be the best option available to vary these conditions.
I don't want to go too much into that, but that's a game. Have you forgotten what the NDC told us? That if you are dealing with somebody and he keeps telling you go to court, don't go to court, because then he's more or less compromised the court. They were the ones who were telling us. But why would you want to high up the bail conditions that the person has to go to court? What is going on is an obvious attempt to show that, Ashanti region is your biggest base. This is your chairman. We can hold him for more than 48 hours and humiliate him and, subject him to all sorts of inconvenience to show you where power lies and break your back. Remember, they wanted to arrest him a few days ago in his house in Kumasi, and persons around resisted that. And so they came to the view that they have not been able to cause that level of intimidation and embarrassment they were looking for. And so when he voluntarily showed up here at the police CID and is participating in the processes, then they decide, let's find a way to pick him up like that so that we can still achieve this objective of humiliation and, showing them where power lies. He's not the only one. There are quite a number of, our colleagues that they've tried to use the same intimidation tactics at. And it's part of an effort to, cow everybody into submission. But we need to draw the attention of our fellow Ghanaians who are running EOCO, who are being used for this exercise, that, listen, where the Ghanaian democracy has gone to, you don't need this. The challenges that this country faces, we need to focus and deliver solutions that will transform this country, not this political, witch hunting and using the coercive powers of the state to intimidate persons who are your political opponents. And for all other persons who are watching on unconcerned, who are watching on thinking that is wound to me, tomorrow when they finish with wound to me, if this precedent has been set, that now when you go to EOCO, it's a 50 million, CD bail with sureties and title documents to property. When they are done with him, they will come for you. So everybody must be interested when people's human rights are being trampled upon.
Because there's a minority against accountability.
Absolutely not. And in all that we have said, we have not said that if there's a question to be asked of Mr. Bernard Enchiboisiako, that question should not be asked, or that he should not, provide any answers for anything that somebody may suspect him of. Absolutely not. What we are saying is that you don't need this drama. You don't need to deny him of his right to liberty before you can conduct your investigations. This is a person who is available. He's available. He's participating in the CID investigations back and forth. why would you then, go to the extent that you are supposing he's a flight risk or he will not make himself available, and so you are arresting him and, incarcerating him, and that you should go and bring people who have property worth 50 million cedis before you let him go home? Do you need that before you're able to complete your investigation? You don't need that. And those are the human rights issues that we are talking about. Yes, do your investigation, but don't abuse people's rights in the process of doing that.
Finally, before I let you go, I'm watching live pictures on TV now. It's about raining. For how long are you going to be there?
Well, we are here to fetch some logistics from Parliament House to our team that is there on ground. I don't know the latest decision on ground there. We will get there shortly. From here to Parliament, we walked literally when we're going. We are here to pick water and a few other things. We'll go back. We'll find the next steps. What we want to do is to engage with the leadership of EOCO and draw their attention to the fact that you don't need this. You can do your investigation without this drama. You don't need this.
Kojo, thank you very much. Kojo Ponkroma is Member of Parliament for Fuasir Area in the Eastern Region, former Minister for Works and Housing. This is Eyewitness News coming to you live from our studio here in Accra. We'll take you back to the EOCO office to bring you live pictures and live transmission from there. The Minority Chief Whip, as we speak, the Member of Parliament for Insawame Dwejiri, Frank Anodompe, is addressing the media on developments at the EOCO premises.
Nigeria say omuko opposition yes any dey yomo. And yes say any dey yomo. Enti abusuafo obia kuta gidie. Aba ye ba be ko parliament akoko fa adwene. Die besi ochine bia no be mu maso ate. But me kan ye de ntuma ebo mu dia no aka ni pefe se. Enya di obia ba be ye ne ho boto. Amba mu dia hunahuna dia ye den ahye mu. Dem penifo background akwajay obeche bilamte any penifo aba akọ asum party and the tradition. Ye ba ko edi twa efu. Ani say ye gira ho ema periperi ye. Ye gira ema tintreten. Ye gira ma akukudro ani ye gira mo say nipa fa ahudie ye ntiatia so. Misra mu to bia kita digidie mu. Ena mo ba ye akukudro ma da na di a kire ama nkranhya ya den aba. Ena wo hwe MPs ni nyina aba. Ye ba be free akọ parliament akọ fa adwene. Se ochina se yan samia ye betinte ko edi a cheye rajon mahama ni na aban ni wo fampa. Se yan ti asem de ma yi nyina ya mai ko edi a cheye rajon mahama ni kumo. Eni so won ti petrol bo so. Adia ese ye rajon mahama ni kwasi obako omfo mo ni nkire ho. Eni so won ti petrol bo so. Na munye jumadin adi ahoto be brega na fo. Omfo mo ni nkire ho. Na wo huntimi oniema wo so kachire. Na mo de ehunahuna ahoto be brega na fo. Na wo huntimi oniema wo so kachire. Na mo de ehunahuna e de hye Ghana fo emu. Timi ma meka sangwa no bedam ase na makosora sremos se mo kita mu gidie mu. General Secretary wa hanamo obeka bibi kakra ye wia ye beko parliament de be sibia no ye be mama mo so ate twa amani aba be do mo ase aide yeah there no sir General Secretary you are trying to Honorable Justice Kodia, General Secretary of the New Patriotic Party. Choboy.
Why? No, for Mike, no cover.
The man penny for a share. Sebi Ghana man. Oman penny Mahama. And your coup and the better man so. Yes. Ghana for the two abamao and I'll buy it. And your soldier buy and I won't work.
The many MPP supporters who have gathered at the EOCO office to more or less also demand or join the minority, demand the immediate release of the Ashanti Regional Chairman of the MPP, Bernard Enchibuesiako, also known as Chairman Wontumi. He's been at the EOCO premises since Tuesday. The minority is demanding that he is released immediately because they feel that the bail condition is too much for him to meet, and so he must be released immediately. Just a while ago as well, the General Secretary of the MPP, Justin Frimpong Kodia, was also addressing or still addressing the many party supporters who have gathered at the EOCO office to also show solidarity and also demand the release of Chairman Wontumi. Let's go back to the EOCO office.
More than 48 hours. Abraham ran a chest Wontumi for being show Kuko more than 48 hours. Bopayanti a person in the show. Also, I for at their property, I have 50 million Ghana cedis. Statistica 500 billion. More Mujama 50 million Ghana cedis. The Pado do send our Ghana ha more 50 million cedis. And now, sir, only say Okasa Buana, a bad dancer with Makofa Abba. And decide ya Unaya. About them 2 days, 3 days, 1 week. All person of them, sir. Sir, I did not condition now can share surety 50 million no and idea ya de baba ne de baba china. Every said Domo can a nipa bone, adwum bone, susum bone, honam bone, and to kasa asem no. And na shemu ha. Central for mu ha. Munina muntie. Momo obi ehu de akoso. Sabi o kasa bi e kase emrewe ye ni nkaso. Edu 4 years so, edi 8 years so aban be sesa. Eto tia na o kase NDC aban na wo so. Enti ya champion before bibi, ya champion before memasema. Sabi e tina wa ba so ko position. Na o man ben na ye pese ya tete wo ha. It's a Nadia cost no central for Mundia dance here. Mundia dance here. Say Chabino. A ban sa na BBC Koswa. Mamu Mekasa MPP for Timodin. Every say Ghana ha. Say I am man and a year more Ghana ha. Sabi won't to me on Kunipa. Won't to me on Kokunipa. Sabi Obi Kunipa quite money bill. Yes. Until say Becca some never won the room. Then I want to hear him. A bramo tom on Safran, police for ton and Safran, one call. I did say I'm a casa wamba wamba. Say, I'm Pomu, seminar, the same on the car. But my family are council. Obet my family are council about Bacanasem, as some more comes and Thomas, or the Mako court, but the court about the different. And now say, and this names of ninjas of Papa Bianti, I'm a person Mako court. So I want to know Bonia. Mo prepare charges on your court, your court defend your war. And not to trust them, Kakaben Sam, our Moyan, EOCO. Yabamu Buddha. Oh, young people, Nibia now, Memo Abamu. Yana Namo JB down Quamodo Monqua and the 2 of my party. No. And now, yes, we do so. And people soon, no want to mean grand people soon. No. 2.5. Michelle crying. Yet you want to me, mother. You better na chi be di na chi and na ye bokoko e china be tutu su kokko afro e china be tutu su kokko acha aban no sabi o memma so okroma obi nya be ma so obi awa ha na de akoso no e china ye be tutu su kokko madam ase
You're still listening to Eyewitness News, coming to you live from our studio here in Accra. Just a while ago, the General Secretary of the MPP, Justin Frimpong Kodia, joining the minority members of Parliament who have besieged the premises of EOCO, demanded the immediate release of the Ashanti Regional Chairman of the MPP, Bernard Enchibuesiako, also known as Chairman Wontumi. Basically, he's joining the minority, demand the immediate release of Chairman Wontumi, saying that the bail conditions is too much, and so they won't be able to meet it today or meet it tomorrow. This is Eyewitness. We'll go for a quick break. When we come back, we have more stories.
Detailed news, unparalleled coverage. Citi News on 97.3 FM.
Afternoon.
Oh, afternoon.
Please, Momo.
Deposit or withdrawal?
Withdrawal.
Ah, I like how you say withdrawal. How much?
500 Ghana.
Well, I'll cash out.
Yes.
I feel ball number no mami why.
0241 789
Ah, nice one. Approve.
Please, the agent's name, is it Mipesika Bebre to Crime Ventures?
Hey, into what body you now?
She, my let into. I have to verify.
Always confirm the name of the person you are receiving money from before accepting a request. If you receive a request from a friend to send money to an unfamiliar number, call to confirm before taking action. Do not share your number with strangers for the purpose of receiving e-cash in exchange for physical cash, because the source could be criminal and result in legal actions against you.
MTN.
Oh, jump on now. Go, the go. Ugomi, and what time when you come back where I don't hear the sound of your car? Why you buy new car? No, I don't change my car. It be the same, right? It be the fuel way I change. Way one shouts it. Ever since I started using the all-new Excellium Premium Fuel, fortified with 3-in-1 action. Oh, Joe, now my car they run like electric car. No, it's so. This is the type of fuel where they want to. Because now engine they cost. Where they want for way if I buy it, it go protect my engine. And with the small way I buy, I go drive, sir. Absolutely. It's like strapping a turbocharger to your engine and giving it a protector. And what they bust my mind, Seth, be the 3-in-1 action, no? Excellium, they prevent up to 99% of deposit. It be anti-wear, some be anti-corrosion. Won't pay when I open it. Hey, so where can I find this magical fuel? Just head over to any Total Energy service station and your car will thank you. Hey, they make a finish my gobe fast, then rush go Total Energies. My friend, but why you hand my gobe inside? I give you info. Make a fill the gobe too small. Go! Excellium is designed to protect your car engine, decrease fuel consumption, and lower CO2 emissions. Don't say fuel, say Excellium. Choose Excellium, choose quality.
Visit West Africa's largest and longest running mining and power exhibition and conference, WAMPEX. It's happening from the 28th to the 30th of May 2025 at the Accra International Conference Center and the Grand Arena. This is your opportunity to engage with over 5,000 participants, including industry professionals from across the region. Don't miss out. Register now and be part of the future of mining and power in West Africa at www.wampexwestafrica.com. Headline sponsors Metso, Goldfields. Other sponsors B5 Plus, Newmont, Anglo Gold Ashanti, Zigen, Stanbic Bank, Hexagon, Protea Coin, Mantrac, The Bank Hospital, and Rand Refinery.
Eyewitness News. Be there as it happens.
This is Eyewitness News coming to you live from our studio here in Accra, and we're bringing you live a report from the office of EOCO, where the minority members of parliament and the leadership of the MPP have besieged the office of EOCO, demanding the immediate release of the Ashanti Regional Chairman of the MPP, Bernard Buesiako, also known as Chairman Wotumi. We'll go back to the EOCO office.
And true to their words, it happened just before sitting or proceedings would be adjourned. The minority members in parliament, in parliament stayed out and to the quarters of the economic and organized crime. Earlier, we had series of interviews with leadership of the minority caucus in Parliament. That's Alexander Afenyo-Markin, who spoke and reiterated really what their concerns are. Honorable Jerry Ahmed Shaibu is also the second deputy minority whip, and member of Parliament for Weja Bawe.
Can you hear me?
Minority members of Parliament have breached only law because I know there's been concerns about a possible violation of the public order, because if you want to protest, you know that the common legal procedure is to possibly write to the police, seek clearance and all that. We don't know if they've done that, but they are saying that this is not necessarily a protest. This is a peaceful march and it is legally backed. They say that this is one of the means to which they can communicate their concerns, because earlier during parliamentary proceedings, the first deputy speaker of parliament, Bernard Ahiafo, made a case for them to resort to the law courts if they believe or if they disagree.
Who've joined them in this protest, seeking to get the EOCO to release the NPP's Ashanti Regional Chairman Woods on his own recognizance. For them, they say that the bail conditions are too harsh. They are too harsh to the extent that they think that it is an attempt to deliberately punish the NPP Ashanti Regional Chairman, and so you have in your shot the NPP MPs together with the General Secretary. They are singing the NPP anthem.
To save Ghana, the elephant is awareness symbol. We shall win to save Ghana. We shall win. We shall win. We shall win to save Ghana. The elephant is awareness symbol. We shall win to save Ghana. The elephant is awareness symbol. We shall win to save Ghana.
So there you have it, some NPP members singing their part in furtherance of the protest by the members of parliament asking EOCO for the Ashanti region. They think that and they believe that his rights are being trampled upon. We have in your leadership consulting among themselves on what next should happen. Nana Asafoye, they have the minority leader, Alexander Apenyo-Martin, congratulating members of the minority side who have left parliament, walked to EOCO in furtherance of their national chairman. So they would simply be living here. It appears as though they may have not gotten the actual results that they were looking for, but the minority MP, in greeting his members, seemed to be satisfied with what his people have done so far. We'll be inquiring from them pretty soon what this means for the protest. The minority leader is making his way out of the EOCO. We've seen that some of the MPs had come to park their vehicles on standby, and so the gesture, as we see so far, suggests that the minority leader in the person of Alexander Apenyo-Martin is leaving the premises, is leaving to his car. He walked here, but he'll be driving out of here. But the gesture and the protest is to the end that the EOCO has trampled upon the rights of a key personality of the NPP, the rights like the NPP chairman, a key personality of the NPP, like the NPP chairman of the Ashanti region. He joined the car with his main whip, the minority chief whip, in the person of Frank Ano Dompre. We'll be touching base with the other members of the caucus who are here to clarify if really this signals the end of today's protest. The NPP minority earlier in Parliament addressed the Parliament, or the floor of Parliament, by the Parliament, or the floor of Parliament, by their leader. In his address, he asked the majority side and members of the NDC in Parliament to work towards making sure that the government do not trample on the rights of citizens of Ghana. They thought that the arrest and the continuous detention of some of the MPP members are, in one way or the other, human rights abuses. And so After that address and response from the first Deputy Speaker of Parliament, which was not convincing for members of the minority, they left the premises of Parliament, actually walked out of the proceedings of Parliament, and then decided to march throughout the period, trying as much as possible to secure the bill of the NPP's Ashanti Regional Chairman in the person of Chairman Wuntumi. However, upon deliberations by leadership, they've decided to leave the EOCO premises. Of course, it's 6:16 at this particular moment. So the NPP members of Parliament, they came here by foot, but they've come to park their cars, and after the protest, they are living in their vehicles. Some of the members of Parliament, some of the NPP members who came to support them have also been forced to leave because their leaders now have left the EOCO premises. But the situation still remains that Chairman Wuntumi, he remains in custody, and that the bail conditions have not been reduced. We don't know as of yet if the bail conditions have been met, but as of events in the afternoon, we're told one of the sureties have been able to register his name in furtherance of the bill. It was left with another surety. We will follow up on this issue on Channel 1 TV and bring you details as to whether EOCO has favorably responded to the minority, or the lawyers of the Ashanti Regional Chairman of the NPP have been able to do their job to get him bail.
Hansen Ajima reporting live from the office of EOCO here in Accra, where the minority members of Parliament had earlier besieged the premises, demanding the immediate release of the Ashanti Regional Chairman of the NPP, Bernard Enchibuesiakon, also known as Chairman Wuntumi. And as Hansen reported, the minority MPs have left the premises. As to when they are going to come back, we do not know. Whether tomorrow or tomorrow next, we do not know. But then the information or the report is that the minority members of Parliament, led by the minority leader and the party leadership, led by the General Secretary of the NPP, have all left the EOCO premises and have gone back to Parliament and the party offices. Fafa will bring us some more stories.
Now, the leadership of the Union of Professional Nurses and Midwives Ghana, the Professional Association of Psychiatric Nurses Ghana, the National Association of Registered Midwives Ghana, and the Ghana Registered Midwives Association have dissociated themselves from the recent industrial action declared by the Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives Association. The union states that the decision to embark on a strike was not part of a collective resolution and as such undermines the spirit of professional cooperation and unity. In an interview with Citi News, the public relations officer of the Professional Association of Psychiatric Nurses Ghana, Richard Anandonko, says members of the various groups have been urged to remain at post while they pursue constructive engagement with relevant authorities. Away from that, President John Dramani Mahama has announced that allowances and arrears owed to nursing trainees will be paid in January 2026. He made this declaration during his thank you tour at the College of Health in Kintampo in the Bono East region. In his address, the president indicated that the time has come to resolve the long-standing concerns surrounding the delayed payment. He acknowledged the challenges faced by nursing trainees due to the delays and reaffirmed his commitment to addressing the issue.
Furthermore, we're working closely with the Bono East Regional Coordinating Council, the Lands Commission, and the Techiman Traditional Council to establish a technical university in Techiman. A site has already been selected at Forikrum. In addition, plans are underway for the establishment of the University of Health and Life Sciences here in Kintampo. We believe that technical education is essential for industrial growth and job creation. And with these institutions, we aim to bridge the skills gap and create opportunities for the youth of the region. And on the issue of Alawa, I knew this is the response Alawa is going to trigger. Let me assure you that the minister has made adequate provision in the budget for the payment of allowances. And the allowances will be paid from January. And so you'll get the arrears. When we pay the allowances, you'll receive the arrears.
You heard President John Dramani Mahama. Now, the National Road Safety Authority is warning metropolitan, municipal and district assemblies in the Greater Accra region that it will take legal action against members who fail to remove unauthorized billboards from road medians by Monday. The warning follows failed attempt to engage the assembly members who reportedly did not attend a scheduled meeting with the authority today to discuss a compliance roadmap. Speaking to the media, Director General Abraham Amaliba expressed disappointment over what he described as the assembly members' defiant posture.
The reason is that if you look at the sky of Accra, the space above us, you will see a lot of billboards, advertising billboards, that is negatively affecting the beauty of the city. Apart from that, these billboards serve as a distraction to motorists. Sometimes the motorists cannot see far off because of these billboards. It has become a matter of national concern, and so I had wanted to meet them today and to give them a grace period within which they take off all those illegal billboards in their jurisdiction. It turned out that only assemblies from outside Accra rather attended. And that was even by mistake, because this workshop was not meant for them. There are some who have come from Suhum, and then another place, Odobin Brakwa also. So I have to send my men across Accra, Greater Accra, and I'll do that on Monday. And when they come back with the information as to which areas were not complying with our directive, then we will take that as the basis upon which we can seal those assemblies.
You heard Director General of the National Road Safety Authority, Abraham Amaliba.
Eyewitness News. Be there as it happens.
Charlie, where are you?
Bossman, I'm at the bank.
Really? But your car is in front of your house.
Bro, my bank on my phone, Charlie.
Oh, how?
EcoBank, bro. With EcoBank mobile app, I can do everything, anywhere, anytime. Listen, I just checked my account balance, paid Ahmed's school fees, and sent money to my grandma at Walwale.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Masa, just download the EcoBank mobile app from the Google Play Store or the App Store, or dial *770# and be your own bank manager.
Manager.
Whether to pay bills or fees, to check account statements, send money across Ghana, abroad, and more, EcoBank mobile app has got it covered. EcoBank Mobile, making everyday people live everyday lives the EcoBank way. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
Are you feeling tired after a hard day's work? Have you lost your appetite even for your favorite dish? Viral Blood Tonic is a nutritionally balanced, pleasant-tasting tonic fortified with iron and vitamins to boost your appetite and energy levels for high performance. Viral Blood Tonic, easy to take and good for the family. Viral from Danex Iting Starwin PLC. If symptoms persist after 48 hours, consult a physician. This advert is FDA approved.
Eyewitness News. Be there as it happens. Get the details. Every significant financial transaction, every market movement, and all the policies that affect your business. Citi Business News. Be informed.
Time now for Citi Business News on Eyewitness News. I am Melody Fafa. Go to further details now. Government is insisting that no creditor is receiving preferential treatment in Ghana's ongoing external debt restructuring. It assures it will commit to fairness and transparency under the G20 Common Framework. In a statement issued by the Finance Ministry on Thursday, the government clarified that the principle of comparability of treatment is being upheld with arrears maintained across all creditors. Away from that, the Bank of Ghana is piling pressure on banks and financial institutions to tighten internal controls as staff-involved fraud cases surge. A new banking sector fraud report shows that incidents involving employees jumped by 33% from 274 cases in 2023 to 365 in 2024. The central bank says the trend is a worrying case of weak internal systems across the sector. Addressing the maiden National Banking and Ethics Challenge, Head of Financial Stability at the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Osei says the central bank will ensure stronger ethical compliance and institutional accountability.
On our part, as the regulator of the banking sector, and in a bid to ensure sanity and uphold integrity within the banking sector, we maintain a comprehensive database of all disengaged staff across the banking sector. This initiative is in part a broader effort to prevent individuals involved in fraudulent activities from being recycled into our institutions within the sector. Such measures are essential for safeguarding trust, promoting a culture of accountability and professionalism. We want to assure you that Bank of Ghana will hold our regulated institutions accountable for weaknesses in their internal controls.
That was Dr. Osei Yeboah, Head of Financial Stability at the Bank of Ghana. The Ghana Real Estate Developers Association (GREDA) is raising concerns over the persistent reluctance of many foreign developers to join its ranks, describing the trend as a major barrier to industry cohesion and regulatory alignment. Efforts to get foreign firms on board have yielded little success, but GREDA remains committed to bridging the gap. At the inauguration of its Executive Council Standing Committees and Stakeholder Forum, GREDA is targeting 95% membership among real estate developers operating in Ghana. You will hear President of the Association, Dr. James Orleans Lindsay.
If you look all around, there are huge developments going on, very, very huge developments. But I would have to state the fact. Most of the huge developers out there, especially the foreign companies, are not members of GREDA. They are not members of GREDA, and that is a problem. Trials we have done, they have refused or they are not interested in joining GREDA, and that is a problem. GREDA has been doing a bit of investigation on, into that, and we found out that a lot of liquidity is being taken out from the system, from liquidity that GREDA members could use to push this country forward. And it is really, really a big problem.
Dr. James Orleans Lindsay is president of the Ghana Real Estate Developers Association, GREDA. Mauritanian candidate Dr. Sidi Outa has won the presidency of the African Development Bank, emerging victorious after 3 decisive rounds of voting against 4 other contenders. Dr. Sidi Outa, who becomes the 9th president of the African Development Bank, takes over from Nigeria's Akinwumi Adesina, who led the bank for 2 consecutive terms. In his victory speech, Outa pledged to strengthen the African Development Bank's mission of promoting sustainable development, financing critical infrastructure, and supporting economic transformation across the continent. And that's it for Citi Business News on Eyewitness News. I am Melody Fafa. Botufe. Up next is Point Blank.
Detailed news, unparalleled coverage, City News on 97.3 FM.
Are you ready to lead like never before?
Ready to master the art of strategy and inspire teams that thrive?
It's the Management Bootcamp 2025.
An exclusive high-impact training for mid to senior pros.
Learn from Ghana's finest industry minds, brought to you by Channel 1 TV and 97.3 Citi FM.
From the trusted voices of excellence, Citi FM and Channel 1 TV comes an elite training experience designed to sharpen your strategy, leadership, and communication.
Make a date for the Management Bootcamp 2025 from Sunday the 22nd of June to Saturday the 28th of June 2025. The venue is the Platinum Bay and Passion Base Hotels.
Call 0242-011-424 to register now.
The Management Bootcamp 2025. Lead forward. The Management Bootcamp 2025 is powered by Channel 1 TV with support from 97.3 Citi FM.
Oh, jump on now. Go, the go. Google me. And what time when you come back, we are not hear the sound of your car. Why you buy new car? No, I not change my car. It be the same, right? It be the fuel way I change. Way one shouts it. Ever since I started using the all-new Excellium Premium Fuel, fortified with 3-in-1 action. Oh, Joe, now my car they run like electric car. No, it's so. This is the type of fuel where they want to. Because now engine they cost. Where they want for way if I buy it, it go protect my engine. And with the small way I buy, I go drive, sir. Absolutely. It's like strapping a turbocharger to your engine and giving it a protector. And what they bust my mind self be the 3-in-1 action, no? Excellium they prevent up to 99% of deposit. It be anti-wear, some be anti-corrosion. Won't pay when I open them. Hey, so where can I find this magical fuel? Just head over to any Total Energy service station and your car will thank you. Hey, then make a finish my gobe fast, then rush go Total Energies. My friend, but why you have my gobe inside? I give you info. Make a fill the gobe too small. Go! Excellium is designed to protect your car engine, decrease fuel consumption, and lower CO2 emissions. Don't say fuel, say Excellium. Choose Excellium, choose quality.
Stronger brand you can trust. We get some more Rambo and get some more super. And the
always the best.
Fun fact, did you know that most frogs can leap more than 20 times their body length? Yup, magical. Now just imagine your business with that kind of reach. Take that leap with Frog. Frog is a bulk SMS, voice messaging, and IVR from Wiggle. User-friendly, fast, and reliable. Get more features on one platform for all your bulk messaging needs. Whether you're a church, financial institution, school, corporate organization, or individual, if you need to reach people with your services, do it with Frog. Contact 0553 019 529 or 0552 809 558. Speak to us at www.wiggle.com.gh. Frog, a leap into greatness.
Eyewitness News. Be there as it happens.
This is Eyewitness News coming to you live from our studio here in Accra. And this is Point Blank on Eyewitness News. Tonight on Point Blank, we are speaking to Nuruddin Mohammed Mumuni. He's a member of parliament for the Narugu Gambanga constituency in the Northeast region. He's my guest tonight on Point Blank. He's a first-time member of parliament on the ticket of the opposition New Patriotic Party, a former constituency youth organizer and a regional organizer as well for the MPP. No, good evening. Thank you very much for your time.
Bro, good evening to you and good evening to your cherished listeners and viewers.
Great. Were you at EOCO office today?
Yes, I was.
You were there?
It's just from there that I came here.
Oh, okay. What to go and support, or demand the release of Chemamun to me?
Yeah, thank you very much. Once again, good evening to your listeners and viewers, and good evening to the good people of Nalero Gamba constituency. You know, they are the people that I'm serving. They brought me to Accra, and I must use this opportunity to thank them once again for giving me the opportunity to represent them in Parliament as the Member of Parliament for Nalero Gamba constituency. As we can all see and hear and watch for the last 2 days, Chairman Wontumi was there was some Rambo style of arrest in his house, but unfortunately he was not arrested. He was invited. That was on Monday. He came and reported, and after that at the CID office. After that, he was on his way home, and EOCO people also accosted him and needlessly arrested him. So he's been there yesterday, and today his lawyers they have been there trying to see how best they can get bail for him. But today we went to Parliament. We were expecting in the afternoon he would get bail, because we heard that his bail condition was 50 million Ghana cedi with 2 sureties. But unfortunately, the bill was not granted. So as the leaders that we have in Parliament, and I must commend our leaders for this bold step that we took this evening, we decided to go in solidarity to Wontumi and also sympathize with him. So we want to EOCO to draw their attention that they are violating Wontumi fundamental human rights, and also to send a signal to the government that the New Patriotic Party, though we lost election, we are few in Parliament, but we cannot intimidate it.
Are you running away from accountability?
No. No one is running away from accountability.
So allow the institutions to do what they are supposed to do then.
The process of doing these things that we are fighting against, the process is not right. The process is needless. The process is bringing tension in the country. That is going to give security tension in this country.
As it bringing tension when the state institution has invited
which is needless.
Regional chairman, has invited a regional chairman who they say has done something wrong. The more reason why they've invited him for questioning, allow the process to work.
You know he was not invited. They went to.
He was invited by CID earlier.
Yes, he was invited by CID earlier, but before he gave them a date that he would come on Monday. But unfortunately, it wasn't on Monday, but they went to arrest him in Kumasi. But on Monday, he came. EOCO never invited him and he refused. Sometimes it's the process and the political, victimization that we are against. And this situation is a threat to our democracy.
You think there's politics here?
Too much of politics. This is political prosecution. And we in the minority will not sit a democracy that we have built all this long for His Excellency John Mahama and his government to destroy the democracy for us. It's not good, it's needless. He had the mandate, the people of Ghana gave him an overwhelming victory, and he need to concentrate to deliver on his mandate, but not to be chasing after MPP member. Wontumi was not a government appointee. He never served in any board. He wasn't a CEO. He wasn't a minister. He was just a businessman doing his business. He's a businessman even before MPP came to power. So if you believe Wontumi have done something, allow the state institutions to do their work.
Exactly what they are doing.
The process, there is some kind of political influence in the state institutions. The process that they are using in doing this thing that we are against.
How do you know there's political influence in this? How do you know?
We are all in this country. Wontumi is not the first person that.
Wontumi is not being kept at the NDC headquarters or the Jubilee House.
No.
He's being kept at a state institution, which is EOCO, the organization mandated to carry out such investigations.
I agree with you. EOCO is an institution that had that mandate to investigate, but there is political hands in this. Wontumi is not the first person since MPP lost power that state institutions are running after. You remember former Bank of Ghana governor house was raided. You remember Reverend Tim Fojo was house was raided to arrest him, but unfortunately we went and stood with him and they couldn't do the arrest. Why didn't they just give him a simple invitation? Just write to him, invite him to come and answer 1 or 2 questions. But you don't take military with arms. When you do this, you are raising the tension in the country. So these are some of the things that we disagree with the government and the state institution. But we are not running from investigation.
We're told by your leaders that you're going to be there till Wontumi is released. But unfortunately, we saw your leaders leaving and almost everybody has left. We thought you were going to be spend the night there.
We went to Parliament around 10 o'clock. We're in Parliament before going there. Maybe leaders are retreating back to take another decision. Our leader, Afonyo Mark, is a very strategic leader. he's retreating to, rethink and take another step as to what we can do to make sure that Wontumi is freed.
So you're going to come back this evening?
Exactly.
You come back this evening?
Exactly. We're waiting to get the instruction from the leader as to what we're doing. But for me, I expect that we, the minority, we're going to sleep there with Chairman Wontumi and make sure that he get the bail and he'll be released.
Is it that Wontumi is not able to meet the bail condition, or the EOCO is frustrating the condition? Which is which?
For me, the information that I got from the lawyers was that because they intentionally want to keep Wontumi throughout the week. That's why they set the bail condition 50 million Ghana cedi. My brother, it's not small money. 50 million Ghana cedi is not small money. But because they want to intentionally keep him, that's why they set the bail condition to that amount. Wontumi, the information that I got from the lawyers is that he's supposed to come with two surety, and the two surety combined will give the 50 million, will have the 50 million Ghana cedi. But unfortunately, they have gotten one and they are now looking for the one. But I don't believe that story. I just believe that the EOCO people and the NDC government, John Mahama administration, they want to keep Wontumi there till the weekends, so that they will say it's because it's weekends, blah, 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 blah. But we all know that it passed the 48 hours. It passed 48 hours, and I believe this is dangerous to our democracy, and they are setting a very bad precedent in this country. So are you telling me that if tomorrow, in 2028, MPP takes over, the leadership of this country will also run after NDC businessmen? That would be wrong. That would be wrong. And this is not, the Wontumi case is not the only case that is setting bad precedent in this country. We're all in this country. Right after 7th January, when John Mahama was swearing in, people that they promised that when they come to power, they will give them the chance to go and do galamsey. Obuasi, about 9 people were killed because they attempted to force themselves to go and take an illegal mining company because the party promised them that they were going to give them the opportunity to mine. So this is some of the lawlessness that the NDC government is bringing upon the people of Ghana.
Let's talk about you, away from Wontumi and the minority. About a week or two ago, you petitioned Shraj, CID, and another state institution over the Sami Jemfi dollar issue with Agrada. Have they responded to these petitions you sent to these state agencies?
Yes, that was last 2 weeks before we went, no, after we went on recess.
Yes, we were doing the recess.
Yes, yeah. You all saw what happened. Sami Jemfi, after 4 months in government, he doesn't have Citi in his car. The only money that he has in his car is 100,000 notes, 100,000 notes in dollars, and he died this morning to Agada. And we in the minority, we think that he has violated some laws, and we need to let the appropriate institutions. You see, that is why I was telling you earlier on, the procedure in making the appropriate institution to do their work was the way we went. Writing to you, writing to the CID, writing to Siraj, going to the special prosecutor, and fortunately, all of them have replied to my letters. They have acknowledged receiving their letters, and they will commission investigation and get back to the people of Ghana.
So that's what they've told you?
Yes.
That they are going to commence investigation.
I have the letters in my office.
What I know you're expecting that they do a better job, but what expectation are you looking at?
Oh, for me, I believe in the state institutions. I believe in them. If politicians take their hands off the state institution.
If you believe in state institution, then what is happening?
That's what I'm saying.
Something that you should be angry at.
That's what I'm saying. The politicians should take their hands off the state institutions. Okay. If the politicians take their hands off state institutions, I believe that these petitions that are sent to these various 3 institutions, we are going to get results out of this investigation.
Let's talk about constituency. You were a former constituency youth organizer. You became a regional organizer for Northeast. You are now a member of parliament. How's the transition like from, party politics to national politics now? How is it for you?
Thank you very much once again. I was a former constituency organizer, former regional youth organizer 2 term, and I'm still the regional youth organizer for the Northeast region.
You've not handed over? No. You are still a member of parliament. What are you waiting for?
I'm still doing my work as regional youth organizer. And I'm the former YE director. I served at YE for almost 6 years.
Okay.
Yes. And I became a parliamentary candidate, and by the grace of the Almighty Allah, I won the seat by 4,290 something votes, and I became a member of parliament. And the seat, I'm the second person winning the seat for MPP after Haji Alima has done it twice for the New Patriotic Party. And it's not been easy as a first-time member of parliament. You are in parliament, your party is not in power. But by the grace of God, we are learning. We have good leaders in parliament. The leadership, the current leader, Afanyo Make, and his team, they are making us to settle very well. And inshallah, the experience is good. It's not like you are doing the party constituency organizer, party regional youth organizer. It's different from being a national figure like an MP. So things are different now, and we are learning to understand the parliamentary procedure and all other things.
Is it difficult?
It is not difficult, but it needs time. It needs time, and we are creating that time to learn the job and to save the people of Ghana and save our various constituencies.
And if you say it needs time, it means by the time you adjust to the system, you are going for election again.
You know, we have different type of people. Some people are fast learners. Some people are slow learners. But fortunately, I'm part of the people who are fast learners. And inshallah, we'll learn within the second sitting. Inshallah, we'll get to know everything in Parliament.
Some of the promises you made to your people in the run-up to the election, are you working towards fulfilling, or you started fulfilling some of these promises you made to the people?
You know, I just became a member of Parliament just 4 months ago or 5 months ago. And as a member of Parliament, before you can start your work, there are certain statutory,
But there are some members of Parliament who are also 4 months, but yet they are doing, or they started some things.
I'm coming. I've also started some things. But, when I was campaigning, I told the people clearly that if you give me the nod, I will make sure that whatever the government of Ghana will give to me that belongs to the constituency, I will definitely make sure that it gets to the people. As I speak now, next week, the BEC, they will start BEC on the 9th. I'm just organizing. I've even organized some mathematical set, over 2,500 mathematical sets to be distributed to the candidates, and over 2,500 pens to be distributed to the candidate. And also, I'll be going home next week to give support. There are some people that will need transportation to get to the centers. So this is one of the biggest support that I want to give to the students who are writing this year BC. We also have other plans. There are some schools that are promised that if I get opportunity, I will do some renovations. There are some chiefs compounds, some polyclinics, some health centers that we need to renovate, which I'm planning to do that. But my main focus, because I have been in the constituency and have come around the entire constituency. I know Nalero Gamba constituency very, very, very. There is no corner in the constituency that I don't know.
You were a former youth organizer.
Fantastic.
So
I'm not the type of MP who was in Accra and came home and became MP. No, I was born there. I've been with the people. I'm always with them 24/7. As an MP, every weekend, every Friday, I goes back to my constituency, no matter the situation. So now the biggest challenge that I want to solve in my constituency is water. Currently, most of the communities, especially the rural areas, they don't have water. So I want, by the end of my tenure, by 2028, to be able to drill about 100 boreholes. Some will be mechanized, some will be hand pumps. From the water, I want to focus on the health sector. There are some places that we need to get chiefs compound to those places so they can also get closer to get better health care. So these are some of the things. And from there...
And have you started?
I've started. From there, we'll look at the education sector that, as I said earlier on, the biggest project I'm doing next week is the distribution of mathematics. It's a huge lot of money that we are going to support the students. And I will be coming out with scholarship. I will start with this particular students who write and go to senior high school. I'm coming out with scholarship for the best students in this particular exam, about the first 100. But we have over 2,500 students writing in my constituency this academic year. So I'll be targeting over first 100. I will sponsor them from senior high school till they complete.
Interesting. You have such a huge ambition. Now,
yes,
let's talk about security in your area, and on the back of what is happening in Boko, which has left a number of people dead, and has stretched to the northeast region, to be precise. Wale, there's currently curfew there, which is also affecting you as a member of parliament in the neighboring constituency. How is this curfew and this Boko crisis affecting your work as a member of parliament for this area?
Baba, thank you very much. As we all know, the Boko case is an issue that has been with us for a very, very long time. and it's a very delicate issue that we have to always take our time on discussion Boku issue. Recently, His Excellency, the former President Nana Akufo-Addo, started some work with the Asantehene, and the current President John Dramani Mahama has also, continued from where the former president stopped, and Asantehene is working on the issue. But you see, the Boku case it's a national security issue. Yeah. It's a very, very serious issue. I'm a Mamprosiba tribe, a pure Mampros, a royal by that matter, a pure Mamprosiba tribe. And I believe that we need to give peace the chance and leave the matter to the relevant authority to find lasting peace to Boku. If you look at what was happening in Wale Wale, in my area, Nalero Gamba constituency is the regional capital and is also the traditional capital of Mamprogo Kingdom. That is where the overlord, our king, preside. And if you look at this area, coming to Wale Wale, going to Wulugu, Bunkurugu, and that area, we share boundary with Upper East region. Yeah. And the king is somebody who has his jurisdiction beyond North East region. There was a former MP for Tongo. He's now a chief. He was enskinned. That former MP was enskinned by the Nairi. The Nairi authority does not preside only in the North East region. It goes beyond the North East region to the Upper East region. So I think that His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, he's the president now. The former president Nana Akufo-Addo did his best. Run up to the election, he promised that he said that anytime the MPP is in power, there is chaos in Boku. Now he's in power and there's still chaos. There's still chaos. But
at least for now, we do not hear reports of killings and the rest in Boku for now. It comes on the back of the mediation process started by the
exactly. And
so also, for now, we've not heard of any such casualties.
It's also because of we, the stakeholders.
The politicians, including yourself.
Including myself, Mahama Yerga, and the MPs from that area, myself, Kabiru, Onor Mustafa, from the other side. We are talking to the people, and I know Mahama Yerga is also talking to the people. When you are going to the peace table, you can't be fighting once you go to the peace table. Everybody has to put their guns down, so I will look for peace in Boku. And inshallah, I know for sure with the prayers that we are doing day in, day out, but we can't continue to be losing people recklessly like that in the name of chieftaincy and all those things. And I always appeal to the people of Mamprogo and also appeal to the youth. They should take it easy. I know at the end of the day, the Mamprogo kingdom is going to rejoice. At the end of the day, because the truth will be set and everybody will know that the Mamprogo kingdom goes beyond the North East region and it's even part of it's in the Upper East region, some part of upper East region. So because of that, the people should take it easy. Every day day out, we have been talking to them. We are engaging the Interior Minister. The Interior Minister is engaging us for us to see how best we can find lasting peace whilst Asantehene do the work to bring peace in the Boku and the Mamprogo areas.
Let's talk about your party, the MPP, the party on whose back you came to Parliament. There are many who have said that the MPP, as it stands now, is not united because of what happened in the 2024 election. And so going to the 2028 election, you need a united front. And already there are people who have, more or less declared their intentions to lead the party into the 2028 general election. You think the MPP is not united now, is in tatters, as a lot of people will say?
For me, I will not say it's not united. It's just that we have a lot of greedy members in the party.
What do you mean by that?
A lot of greed. Like in MPP, one thing that I don't like about MPP is that everybody's having ambition. And it shouldn't be so.
But it's good to have an ambition.
No, sometimes you look
it's bad to have an ambition.
It's not
you
bad.
had an ambition to become a member of parliament. Today you are here as a member of parliament.
My ambition started when I saw the opportunity. My ambition started when I saw the opportunity, and the opportunity was lying down clear. What was the opportunity? Haji Alima said she wasn't, the former MP said she wasn't going again, and she was made an ambassador to the United States. So the opportunity came, and all those who were contesting with her were not also contesting. So I took the opportunity. But in MPP, you will know that you can't even win. You will know that if you say you are going to contest, it will bring problem. But still, you want to contest. So that's why I say our party is full of greedy people. And it's this greediness that has brought us to where we are now. I will not say we are not united. We are united because in my constituency, we are united. I know other constituencies that are united. But it's a few greedy people at the top who want to use people, to fulfill their ambition. Some of them, they are not looking at 2028. We are looking at 2028 to rescue power from the NDC. So I will form government in 2029. But some of them are looking. Let's do everything possible and make sure that we don't win 2028 election. So Dr. Bawumia will not come again and I will go.
But what's the guarantee that Dr. Bawumia is coming 2028?
Oh no, inshallah. This coming. For me, I will not even let you ask me. Who do I support? I support Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. He's my brother, and I know not just because he's my brother. I know he's competent. I know he can do the work. And I know he's the man this country needs to transform the country.
You have the right to support any candidate that you want to support. But what makes you so sure that 2028 is sure banker for the MPP? And even at all, if Dr. Bawumia will be the next flag bearer or the flag bearer again for the MPP in 2028.
I know, because in MPP...
How do you know?
You know in MPP, we have people...
You are going to have internal election to elect a flag bearer.
No, some of us can see the future.
Oh, yeah.
We can see. You look at the trend, we can see the future. In MPP, we have never gotten a president candidate who wants to win election one. So why should we change Dr. Bawumia? So many people are thinking like I'm thinking. And many people in the party believe that Dr. Bawumia is the most competent person among all those who are. I'm not saying they are not competent. And Dr. Bawumia is the person who can give us this power that we want in 2028. In the internal election, bet me, I'll come back here. You ask me that Dr. Bawumia is going to win the primaries. And inshallah, if Dr. Bawumia become the flag bearer of the party, by 2028, 2029, he'll be sworn in as the president of the party.
You sound very, very confident.
I'm very, very confident. This NDC, they will mess up.
How are they messing up?
I said they will mess up.
Within 5 months, they've stabilized the city. The city is appreciating against the dollar. Fuel prices, are coming down. Goods and services prices coming down.
Are you sure?
And
are you sure?
Well, we've seen it in the market.
Are you sure?
We've seen it in the market
already. Tomorrow, let's take your camera to the market. Are you sure prices of goods and services are coming down?
If at least not anything at all, we've seen prices of fares coming down. And you think this is not good? They're not performing.
The fares are coming down. Are you sure they're coming down?
15% reduction was announced.
Forget what they announced.
Hold on.
The reality.
Hold on. We've seen these drivers reduce their fare prices. I've seen people speak on radio and TV witnessing these reduction. And you think the NDC
today the dollar is what?
I think today, as at the Bank of Ghana rate, it was 10.20 or so. As at today for the Bank of Ghana.
Should I give you money? So tomorrow you go and look for the dollar 10.20 for me? Should I give you money now?
That is the rate. Well, I just checked. My producer just checked for me. It's 10.30.
10
to a dollar.
That is the
10 cedi, 30% to a dollar.
That is the problem.
You guys or the MPP left it at 17 cedis.
I agree with you. Yes. 16, not 17.
16.
16.
Okay.
I agree with you. I'm not disputing what we left and what it is now. But I can tell you this dollar is a cook dollar. This rate is a cook rate. And I'm telling you, it's a cook rate because if I give you money to go out there tomorrow and get me the 1030, can you get me the 1030 out there? You won't get the 1030. Some are still selling 13. Some are selling 12.5. Some are even selling 14. Recently, when it was around 11, I saw somebody going to do Hajj in Mecca. They said it was 11. I took money, I went out there. I didn't get the dollar to buy 11. I bought it 13.8. But when you Google or you check all those things, you see 10.5, 11.5. But I'm telling you that.
So we should doubt what the Bank of Ghana.
Oh no, forget the Bank of Ghana.
Why should you forget the Bank of Ghana?
The reality. No, face the reality. Just take your cameras out there. Go and check whether the dollar, you can get it at the market 11.3. You can get it at the market 11.3. And I'm telling you that the NDC government is going to mess up. Give them 1 year. You will start to see the mess up. And the mess up has already started. You remember. They promised the good people of Ghana what they are going to do. Sam George, when they were doing campaign, he said that if NDC wins power and John Dramani Mahama does not reduce the cost of data, he will what? He will attack His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Today they are in power. That has not been done. It's a mess up. and the Ghanaian people are listening. You remember the foreign minister.
Wrap up in 30 seconds. We are running out of time.
You remember the foreign minister? He said that he will resign if His Excellency John Dramani Mahama or anybody in the government take a private jet. But today, the current vice president came home from his sick leave with a private jet.
Were you at the airport?
I was there. I was going to Tamale. I was going to Tamale, and I saw that even as the day before yesterday, that private jet was still parked at the airport.
Okay.
So all these things, Ghanaians are listening. They promise heaven and earth to the people.
We run out of time.
So I can tell you on authority, Inshallah, 2028, MPP is going to come back to power. I want to use this opportunity to call on all MPP members. Let's stand up and defend ourselves. These people want to intimidate us, and I can tell you on authority, we will not be intimidated to the NDC.
Very well. Very well. Thank you very much. Nuruddin Mohammed Mumuni. He's a member of parliament for the Narugu Gambaga constituency in the Northeast region, and he was my guest tonight on Point Blank. Before we go, news just coming in that Deputy Attorney General and Minister of Justice, Deputy Minister of Justice and Deputy Attorney General Justice himself says the MPP Ashanti Regional Chairman Bernard Enchibuesiako, also known as Chairman Wontumi, is under investigation for various crime offences including fraud, causing financial loss to the state and money laundering. In a post on X, formerly known as Twitter, the Deputy Attorney General says the criminal investigation is running concurrently with asset recovery processes to prevent further dissipation of what law enforcement agencies strongly suspect to be proceeds from the crime. He added that Chairman Wontumi is also subject of a second investigation linked to a larger international organized crime scheme. The EOCO, he said, is working closely with international law enforcement partners on this phase of the probe. And news just coming in and from the Attorney General's department is that Chairman Wontumi, Ashanti Regional Chairman of the MPP, Bernard Enchibuesiako, is under investigation for various crimes including fraud, causing financial loss to the state, and money laundering. And that's it for another exciting edition of Eyewitness News that came to you live from our studio here in Accra. My name is Sami Wiafi. Earlier I was here with Fafa Melody. So we're coming away again tomorrow. Good night.
News. We speak first. Reach our hotline on 0302 224959 and get interactive on Facebook, Citi 97.3 FM, and on Twitter at Citi 973.
Citi 97.3.
Accra. This is Citi 97.3.